as we continue our journey to find out the basketball program that has the nerves of steel and what it takes to reach the top, the pinnacle. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning basketball fans. Isang maulang maaga or umaga para sa inyong lahat. My name is Kiko Malikdem and with me is Justin Alfonso, and later we'll be talking to Bianca Tagarda as we bring you Day 2 of the Pinoyliga, the big dance, laglagan na. And today we'll be having 3 games in store, and this promises to be a slam bang basketball affair. Justin, good morning. Tuloy-tuloy ang action natin.
Yes, magandang umaga mga kaliga. It's gonna be a fun day, another fun day of basketball.
And sinasabi natin, tatlong laro tayo featuring number 13 seed PCU Dasmariñas Dolphins going up against number 20 MCU Supremos, number 5 LPU Pirates going up against UBix College's Red Phoenix, and then number 21 ENDERUN Titans going up against number 12 the New Era Hunters. At syempre, pag-uusapan natin ngayon ang unang game. It's between the PCU Dasmariñas Dolphins kontra MCU Supremos. It's the battle. It's the underrated battle. Bakit nga ba underrated battle to, Justine?
Both of these teams, you know, fairly, I don't want to say unknown, but they're not in the mainstream of college basketball here in the Philippines. So it's going to be a battle between two teams that's going to really try to fight for their name here at the Big Dance.
And of course, makikita natin ang unang koponan kung saan pag-uusapan natin ang labanan between PCU at ang MCU dahil maganda tong labanan na to no? Makikita natin ang lineup ng PCU Dasmariñas Dolphins. They are the 2025 NCAA South Season 26 champions, pati UCAL Season 7 runner-up. Sino-sino ba yung mga dapat natin bantayan na players dito?
For PCU, it's going to be Joshua Dino. He's a really good point guard that can create and that can also score when he needs to. And another guy too is Ram Mesquirolia, Mythical 5 of the UCAL Season 7. So they got some talent, they got some players that can play. So let's see how they're going to fare up against MCU.
And of course, on the other side of the fence naman, makikita natin ang MCU Supremos led by their coach na si Coach Ian Racela. And of course, they have been very consistent sa mga performances nila. And in fact, they are the UCAL 3x3 second runner-up. And of course, they are currently on top of the MQAA. And then, of course, sabi nga natin, through Coach Ian Racela, yung performance ng team, dahan-dahang umaangat, gumaganda in every tournament that they are playing. As we see the lineup of the MCU Supremo, sino ba yung mga dapat nating bantayan dyan?
I think Sean General is going to be one of those guys here para dito sa MCU. He's been a steady performer for this squad. And another guy too is Ismael Rimo. He's a slasher with a strong body. And you know, if you're a slasher, you could be quick. And then if you have a slasher that has a strong body, medyo mahirap yun because he could draw fouls, control his body, and get some free throws done here for MCU.
At makikita nga natin, speaking of Ismael Rimo, no, dati we noticed na medyo nagbawas siya pero lumaki pa rin yung katawan niya. Now, punta naman natin ang ating courtside reporter na si Bianca Tagarda na may balita on both squads. Bianca, good morning.
Good morning, Kiko and Justin. They faced each other before at ngayon maghaharap na naman sila, but this time in the Pinoyliga court na. And I'm talking about the PCU Dasmariñas Dolphins versus the MCU Supremos. Pero take note that none of these teams have the upper hand dahil pareho silang in a state of transitioning wherein onti na lang sa core players nila ang tira in their current roster. Kaya talagang good morning sa ating mga kaliga for this very exciting match. Kiko and Justin?
Maraming salamat, Bianca. Now, before we go to our venue announcer, ito yung pinaka-favorite portion natin, hulaan time. Sino sa tingin, this is the underrated battle. Ang hirap pumili between these both teams, no? Sino mananalo? Pero for you, sino yung napupusuan mo?
Alam mo, Kiko, I'm going to go ahead and go with MCU. I know a few guys there that's from the States and from Canada. So medyo biased ako dun kasi, you know, I'm from the States too. And I love to root for guys that are coming here to the Philippines and the homeland and try to pursue their dreams. So I'm going to go with MCU and root for them today.
Yes, kung ikaw MCU, I think I'll be going with PCU because of their credentials already. They have proven their worth, and of course, sabi nga natin, ang hirap nung ginawa nila. So tignan natin, it will be PCU Dasmariñas Dolphins going up against the MCU Supremos. Let's take it over or give the floor over to our venue announcer for the introduction of the starting 5.
Good morning. Welcome to Pinoyliga, the Big Dance 2025, presented to you by the Shawarma Shacks here at ENDERUN California, live on the official Facebook and YouTube channel Pinoyliga Cup. The battle from the Manila Central Universities of Britain versus Philippine Christian University Philippines. That's Marinas. And now let's meet the starters from our PCU Philippines. That's Marinas. Starting at card number 14, Nino Jan Opone. And number 7 also guard, Lauro Pronda. Playing forward, number 27, Alvin Reyes. Also forward, number 24, Jesse Iloga. And on number 33, Toscane Tita. Head coach from the PCU is Coach Jenny Belandres. Assistant coach is Coach Mike and Coach Chris. And now from the MCU, Manila Central University, Supremos. Starting forward, number 15, Mark Gabienda. Also forward, number 1, J.R. Guevara. Man on the middle, number 18, Promise Onyekire. Play guard, number 11, MJ Joson. And last also guard number 22, Danielle Santelices. Head coach is Coach Ian Rezilla. Our officials for this ball game are Cricket Dennis Escalos, Empire 1 Jan Lasigas, and in Empire 2 is Raymond Liantada. This is your Pinoy Liga Cup, a Big Dance 2025.
And ladies and gentlemen, here are the starters for both squads. We have Popone, Pronda, Tita, Silongan, and Reyes for the Dolphins. Well, for the Supremos, we have Hoson, Santelices, Onyegiri, Gabieda, and Guevara. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Pinoyliga the Big Dance Day 2. Justin, ano ba ang napupusuan natin? How can you describe these starters for both squads?
I think both teams, starting off right away, very prominent. Both teams have some size, and both of the teams also pretty equal in size as well. So there's no size advantage between both of these teams. There's a layup there by MCU. But yeah, both of these teams look like they're about the same height. They have both FSAs on their starting fives as well. So it looks like they're going with their strong five here. And let's see how both teams will perform here in the first quarter.
At sinasabi nga kanina ni Bianca, both teams know each other very well. Siguro it's a chess match between Coach John and Coach Ian. Medyo maganda tong banggaan nila no?
Yes, and MCU, PCU, they're just different in one letter, M and P lang talaga. And like you said, both of the teams look identical in size. So it's all about gonna be, execution, decision making, shot making. Kasi nakita natin kahapon sa first day of the big dance na kumaalat ang simula mo, it might be a bad thing for you. You end up losing the game. So hopefully both of these teams walang masama yung gising and they can start well here in our first game.
I agree with that. At mapapansin nga natin during that yung coverage yesterday, it's a battle of of runs no.
Yes.
Pag maganda yung sunod-sunod na baskets nyo, you have the chance to win for this game.
Yes, it's all about momentum, and right now we can see PCU really pushing the pace. Anytime they get the basketball, they're going right away, and that's a good-looking shot there from PCU.
And after falling behind 2-0, PCU has already scored 4 straight points and thus they have the lead with 8:20 remaining. As we take a look at MCU's offense right now, naghahanap ng papasahan sila. Gabieta has it. He's being guarded right now by Reyes. And now Onyegiri. He gets it. Oh, a long three. In and out. We were thinking if that was part of the play. But then, as we take note of it, it's 2 minutes have gone by in this quarters. 4-2 is the score. And Opone has it. Bigay ngayon kay Reyes. Reyes looking for a team. He decides to drive. Oh, over the outstretched arms of Onyegiri.
A great shot there by Reyes, knowing that MCU's FSA is right there down the middle. It's always when you use a teardrop shot, you know, ang iniisip mo, you got to get it above that box para walang makakuha nun. Kasi kung makuha pa nila above the box, baka si LeBron James na yung kumuha ng block na yun. So, you know, if you're going inside, go driving the middle, you aim for the top half of the box so that you keep it high, you keep it away from the defenders, and you get a soft touch on it and you get the 2.
And right now, ang ganda ng pasa ni Hoson kanina. However, hindi nakuha ng kanyang teammate, thus resulting to a turnover. So PCU will have the possession once again as Opone brings down the leather. Is being guarded right now. Nagkakaroon ng tapikan between both guards. Uso ba yun talaga? Yun talaga nagtatapikan sila eh, no?
Yes, of course. Especially pag pinapressure ka. You know, napapansin natin, Kiko, almost all of the teams in the last 4 games, this is our 4th game of the Big Dance, all of them are pressuring full court.
Yes.
Alam mo yun? Talagang all of the point guards, the shooting guards, they're pressuring all the way up. Kasi alam nila, do or die game to. Kahit 9 a.m. yung simula ng laro natin ngayon, pumapressure na agad yung mga point guard. Imagine, kakagising mo lang 2 hours ago. Tapos pagdating mo dito, pinapressure ka na agad, you know? So that's good energy coming from the guards here in our first game.
And it's never really easy waking up in the morning, sabi nga nila, lalo na for players. Usually, kailangan may warm-up, pero ito na yung parang warm-up nila eh, no?
Yes, siguro sanay sila sa ensayo nila. Umaga yung ensayo nila.
Yes.
So, maybe sanay sila sa morning practice.
And of course, the score is 8-2, 6:35 remaining in this ball game. First quarter action. 8-2 is the score. Gabieta grabs it or has the leather. Bigay ngayon. And Onyegiri being guarded by Tita. Nakuha ni Tita. And now, Opone has it. Oh, someone is free. Tumirang ng 3. Si Pronda. No good. Rebound. Oh, what a fadeaway there. Ang hirap ng tira ni Silongan. Pero nakuha ni Tita. He drives. Missed. Tita once again.
Tita has been a good factor here for PCU. He's been keeping that ball alive a few times, a few possessions, and now he gets his own rebound. He goes up strong with it. That's a good play coming from Tita.
It's 10-0 run by the PCU Dolphins. Medyo, ito yung sinasabi natin, run 10-2. Medyo nagulat yata ang MCU and they're asking for a timeout if ever makashoot ulit dito. Let's take a look at that. And there was a foul and almost a platoon substitution ang gagawin ng ni Coach Ian Racela.
Minsan talaga yan yung kailangan mo when your first 5, your starting crew can't really get things done. You go to your second unit. Minsan, di ba, trabaho ng second unit, sinasabi ng mga coaches or basketball fanatics, trabaho ng second unit is to make sure the energy doesn't go down from the first unit. Pero minsan, yung first unit mo walang energy, kailangan pumasok ng second unit mo at sila naman magtitimpla ng energy. So, hopefully here for MCU and Coach Ian Racela na ito yung second unit na magbibigay buhay sa kanila since they're down 8 here in the first quarter.
And, 2 misses there from Opone. Pero, the good thing, or the bad thing for MCU is pumasok na si Miskerola. And
Yes.
one of their key players. So, tignan natin. Pero si Rimo is in the game along with Perhis. So, we're expecting more offense for MCU in this game as we take a look at Pronda. Pronda, umasinta, tumira, pasok. It's now 12-2. And ladies and gentlemen, a 10-point lead by the PCU Dasmariñas Dolphins, forcing Coach Ian Racela to sue for time We'll be back here in the Pinoyliga, the Big Dance. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Kiko Malikdem along with Justin Alfonso and Bianca Tagarda as we bring you this game between MCU and PCU. It's an early 10-point lead. Oh, a turnover there. Oh!
Wow.
And things are not getting better for MCU. Nagulpit de gulat sila dito. They're down 14-2.
This is kind of reminding me of the JRU and Varga game where JRU was really putting the pressure on and Varga early in the game with their trap, and PCU's doing the same thing here against MCU where PCU is really relentless with their trap and they're relentless with their attack, and they're always trying to get an extra possession, which they get here, and now they're already up by 14 points.
Oh my. That pressure is giving headaches to MCU. Tingnan natin. Remo, Mintes, rebound ni Mesquerola. Mesquerola gives it up to Opone. Opone, tumatakbo. He's being guarded by Remo. Opone against C. Oh, what a pass inside to Tita.
Great pass there by Opone. Opone kind of reminds me of EAC's Carlo Chavo.
Oh, yes.
Small, tough, shifty guard that gets it done here and gets some, creates for his teammates, and it created for Tita in that possession. It was a good play.
And a jumper here by number 7, and that was Alcala, pero nagmintis. MCU still having a hard time of buying a basket. Nakuha ni C na agaw. Tignan natin if this time it will work. No good. But rebound by MCU. But they could not handle that ball. It appears na sobrang init ng kamay ng PCU. Pati yung bola umiinit, hindi mahawakan ng MCU.
And I think, MCU, you can see they got some guys, they got some players, they got some composure in them, but nothing is really falling on the offensive end. They're not really getting to their sets. Plus, on the defensive end, they can't really get any stops. So once they get some stops, once they get some rebounds, I think it should be okay for MCU.
As we take a look at Kingsley Anaba scoring there. And one advantage ng PCU also is they have 2 FSAs, no?
Yeah, once one FSA takes a break, they got another one coming in. And this right cannot happen if you're Manila Central University. You make a basket, but then you let a leak out from PCU happen. Your guards need to know, your top guards need to know, once you hit that basket, you got to get back on defense and find a man.
And right now, the score is 22-4 with 3:15 remaining. And MCU trying to find its groove. Perhis, binigay kay C. Someone is free, pero nag-drive sila. They decided to drive it strong. However, they missed. And look at PCU like Ragandang hustle for that ball, pero natawagan nga siya ng foul on that one. Pero you have to acknowledge yung parang nose for the ball, no?
Yes. Ragandang there, he fought for that ball like if there was snow tomorrow. And that's what you want to see from your players, especially in a do-or-die game. You want to get as much possessions as you can to put your team up. And if you're MCU, you can't miss easy layups just like that. But good thing they get the ball back.
Pero nahirapan silang makashoot. Ito, tingnan natin. Perhis, nagmintis pa rin. Mesquerola, may hawak ng bola, tumatakbo ang PCU. Let's see. Here comes Anaba. Anaba gives it up to Mesquerola. He can hit that outside shot, but decides to drive. Pero Mintes, Anaba with an end run opportunity.
What a strong play there by Hanaba. As you can see, he flies in, he goes up, and he doesn't even jump to finish that. And, you know, that kind of nose for the ball, you can't really teach that. You know, the timing and being able to know the trajectory of that basketball. Alam mo yun, pag nakita mong tinina na ng teammate mo, pag tinina mo yung trajectory ng bola, minsan kaya mong basahin eh. But you have to be quick. And that's a great job there by Anaba, being able to find that ball right away, being able to use his athleticism and his length to get that offensive board.
And Anaba completes the three-point play opportunity. It's now 25-4. And MCU only has registered 4 points, and we're almost 8 minutes gone by in this first period. Offense is not going well for MCU. Nagpop out si Garcia. Garcia has it. On the other side naman si Perhis. Perhis in a big man zone. Nahirapan siya doon. Decides to pass it. Rebound there. MCU had opportunities inside pero parang ayaw talaga pumasok except for that one by Simbulan. And it's now 6:25 pero
man. Wow.
Tinira ka ng tres. And ito sinasabi natin, Mesquerola can hit that outside shot.
Yes, Mesquerola right there. Pure confidence. He could have went to the rim as it was only a one-on-one battle, but he stopped at the three-point line. He pulled up, and that's when you know you have that shot, when you pull up on transition and you shoot a three-pointer, because some coaches will really shake their head at that.
And maybe this is something that MCU can work on. That is a three-pointer. Baka dahan-dahan bumalik sila. Pero this is something that they should, you know, try to recover whenever or try to improve whenever they make a basket. Parang agad na sumasagot yung PCU eh. They don't have an answer or a defense to stop the offense of PCU.
I agree, Kiko. You know, as you can see there, si John Rodrin, John Rodrin. He drives all the way to the basket after that basket of MCU. And you could see right away when he stepped to the middle side of the court, there was no help defense at all. You MCU players, they were hugging on one player on the opposite side of the court. And alam naman natin ang tinuturo, ball you man. You have to see the ball, then it's you, then it's your man. But MCU's players weren't doing that. They were hugging on one player. So John Rodrin had an easy layup going to the middle.
So let's see. Perhies has the leather being guarded right now by Bagatan. Oh, there was a foul. And Bagatnan, rather. Dave Bagatnan will be whistled for that foul. 31-9 is the score. MCU has 50 seconds left to hit the double figures. Dahil nasa 9 pa lang sila ngayon. So tignan natin. Maybe this will be a wake-up call for MCU. And we are expecting that MCU will be able to bounce back in the succeeding quarters. Meanwhile, a jumper there, Mintes. Rebound, won by PCU. Mesquerola, oh my. And what I notice right now is nagagang rebound ang PCU, tapos may isang tumatakbo na sa transition.
Yes, and you know, MCU can't find an answer to that. It seems like all of MCU is in the paint trying to get the rebound, while PCU already has a player running back on offense. So MCU needs to adjust it after trying to get back into this game.
We have 5 seconds or 5 seconds in the shot clock. A jumper, Mintes, rebound, and there is a foul. Another foul para kay Bagatnan. Second foul on him with 6.9 seconds remaining.
You know, if you're Manila Central University, the Supremos, if you're giving up 33 points in the first quarter, that's something that, you know, you might not be as proud of. If you're trying to win a basketball game, especially a do-or-die game at the collegiate level, you cannot give up 33 points in the first quarter. Kasi iisipin ng PCU, grabe naka 33 points tayo in one quarter. Baka kaya natin to buong laro. that gives them that kind of confidence on the offensive end to be able to do anything and try anything. Kasi nakikita natin, nag-leak out na talaga tong PCU once the ball goes up. So they're going to keep going to that unless MCU adjusts here in the second quarter.
4 seconds remaining. Here comes Anaba. 1 second. Ooh, difficult shot. Man, that would bring the house down. Pag naipasok pa yun, ang hirap yun eh, di ba?
Yeah, that's a tough shot. Fading away, double pump. If he made that, that would have been really, really impressive.
So at the end of first quarter of action, it's a 22-point lead for the PCU Dasmariñas Dolphins as they take this lead after 10 minutes. We'll be back here in the Pinoyliga, the Big Dance. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 33-11, 22-point lead. A strong start by PCU Dolphins has left the MCU Supremos trying to find answers. But of course, we're expecting that they will be able to bounce back starting this quarter.
It might just take a little wake-up call for MCU, a little run for MCU, and this could be it as Garcia gets an easy 2 points here for the purple shirts. So maybe, like we said earlier in the broadcast, Kiko, it's a game of runs, it's a game of momentum. So it takes one run for MCU to get back into this ball game.
So tignan natin, of course, we'll take the opportunity to greet also si James Coblan playing for MCU. Nanonood siya ngayon. But unfortunately, wala siya sa lineup for this big dance. And right now, it's 35-13, 9:14 remaining. As we take a look at MCU's offense, and medyo na mabagal yung galaw ng MCU on that one, na to the point that the PCU was able to establish your defense.
Yes, especially if you're in the pinch post like that in the free throw line area. Once you get the ball, you got to make a decision right away because there's going to be defenders all over the place if you're in that part of the court. You got the guards on top and you got the bigs down low. So you have to make sure once you get that ball, you got to make a decision. It's either you drive, you jab, you fake, you pass, you go for the high-low. So when you're in that area of the court, you have to make a decision right away.
And of course, the PCU Dasmariñas still holding a 22-point lead. Of course, there's still a lot of time, but of course, the MCU must make their move right now and avoid falling down by a big margin. As we take a look at the offensive try of MCU, Big given a three-point shot. Oh! They need that one. And that is from Guevara.
That could be the confidence boost that they need here on the offensive end to get back on defense and get a stop. They gave up 33 points in the first quarter. That's something that they can't do here in the second quarter if they want to come back into this ball game.
And that's a good sign. They prevented PCU from scoring. And now they are on the offensive end. Guevara, he gives it up to Bulan. Let's see the play. Back to Guevara. Guevara takes a three. Oh, back-to-back three. And Justin, ito na yung sinasabi natin. fire starter si Guevara.
Yeah, I like J.R. Guevara's game. As you can see, his jump shot is a literal jump shot, and that's what you like to see from a small guard. And you can see his energy on defense. His hands out, he's low, he's in his stance, he gets that defensive board. So let's see here if J.R. Guevara could be the spear for MCU.
Guevara, binigay kay Simbulan, pero nawala sa kanya ang bola. And now PCU on the offensive. They are on the run! Oh, Anaba missing on that one. Kala ko isasalpak na eh. No?
Yeah, that's what I thought too. That lob looked like it was going to be a dunk. But, you know, good job by MCU recovering finally on that fast break, being there and affecting that shot.
Yes, definitely. Yun yung nakulang sa kanila eh in the first quarter. Wala yung transition defense nila. Wala talagang bumababa, but this second quarter nakita nga natin na maybe nagising na sila.
Yes, I'm sure that's, you know, by the instructions of Coach Ian Racela, making sure that they adjust to that and making sure that they get back on defense.
Oh!
What a great move there.
And they need that. Tatlong sunod na. This will be a three-point play opportunity if ever na pumasok to. It will be 9 straight points for MCU.
And, you know, good sign here for MCU. Almost 3 minutes has gone by in this quarter, and they've kept PCU to 2 points. So that's a good sign for them. They have to keep this up if they want to get back into this ballgame.
14-point lead. Here comes PCU. They have the possession. Reyes thinking three, decides not to take that shot. Binigay ngayon. Oh, a drive here. Here comes. Ooh, what a pass inside.
Wow.
And Anaba scoring there.
What a great job by PCU, recognizing that MCU is in a 2-3 zone. And one way to beat a 2-3 zone is making sure that they move. You can't always rely on a three-point shot to break a 2-3 zone. And one way you could do and break a 2-3 zone is penetrating and kicking. And that's what PCU did right there. They penetrated, they cut at the right time, and they were able to get a basket.
Ang ganda ng pag-break ng MCU on that trap. At nakita nila from one side to another yung pasa eh, no?
Yes.
And meanwhile, they are bothered with the long arms of Anaba there. Uy, makikita. Wow. That was Pronda making that basket. And makikita natin tong play ulit. Oh, that gotta hurt pero agad na pinagpag. I'm sure it's not intentional. Yung ginawa na yun. Kasi sa speed na rin eh, no? It's very hard to stop. Tapos yun, nasa ere na yung kalaban mo. Di ba? But so, it's 39-21. And silently, ang pala natin, no, mapapansin natin, si Joshua Dino is already inside. So, another headache in the making, you know,
Yes.
para sa MCU. As there was a traveling. And Coach Ian Racela couldn't believe with that call. He is pleading his case na sinasabi tinulak, hindi traveling. He's trying to explain to the refs na hindi dapat traveling yon because yung player niya is tinulak.
Yes. And, you know, if you're PCU and you're MCU, if you're PCU, first of all, you know, you've only scored 6 points here in the second quarter, so maybe there's something that they could go back to that worked in the first quarter. And if you're MCU, that's a good sign. That means you're finally doing something right on the defensive end. Now, all you have to do now is get some possessions. Your 2-3 zone is working. You got to get back on offense and try to get some sets going and get some baskets.
Dino missing on that one, pero na doon. What a putback by Madronio. And that 20-point lead na naman. And it was a no-no already of leaving Dino free from the three. But it's a double no-no na nagmintis na yung three, hindi pa nila nakuha yung rebound.
Ang malala pa dun, open na nga si Dino nung tinira niya. So that means there's a mismatch. There should be an extra person trying to get that rebound. And the fact that they did not, you know, that's not a good thing if you're trying to come back into this game.
And Dino has it. 5-0-1. Pronda, tumira ng tres. Mintes, tumatakbo ngayon ang MCU. They have the ball. Remo drives short on that one. And MCU, fortunately, they get that ball once again through Hoson. Now Guevara to Miran and Tres.
They need to start looking for the hot end and set up JR Guevara through some sets, as he has hit 3 3-pointers now here in the second quarter.
41-24, ladies and gentlemen. And there is Dino. Binigay ngayon kay Reyes. Balik kay Joshua. Anaba is asking for it. Oh, Anaba loses that one. Pero Dino steals that ball. Here comes Pronda once again. Mintes.
You know, if you're MCU, you gotta hate to see that. You have a running JR Guevara who has a hot hand, and to do a head pass like that and get it and give it back to PCU, it must be really frustrating because MCU is starting to get some momentum, but then you have costly turnovers like that. Medyo mahirap talaga bumalik sa laro kung yun yung mangyayari.
And look at that. Tita was able to get that ball pa rin. So the rebounds is the problem. The rebound department ng MCU, parang yun ang kailangan nila i-work on
Yes.
for the rest of the game.
Rule for Tita has been really trying to, keep the possession alive here for PCU. And, that's something that MCU needs to adjust to as they're running full speed here going back on offense.
De La Cruz jumper in and out. And I kind of agree with what you said, no? They should start looking for Guevara. And hindi nagustuhan ni Opone yung ginawa sa kanya on that one kay ni Hoson. And there was some push. So I'm expecting more of a technical fouls here.
Yeah, that action right there is definitely not a basketball play. I think that's coming from Opone, Nino Opone. We get the frustrations, we get the physicality of the game, and it could get very frustrating. But sometimes those things aren't needed. Maybe you could just calm down a little bit. But, it's basketball. Things happen, emotions get involved, and we're all human at the end of the day. We let emotions get the best of us sometimes, and I'm sure that's what happened there with Opone. Oh, he accidentally stepped on him. Oh, and they called the unspell. Oh, wow.
Opponent didn't like that after.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't like that at all if someone stepped on my foot.
Yes.
On my hand. So like I said, sometimes emotions gets the best of us. We're human at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's just gonna go back to a basketball game here, and cooler heads will prevail.
So I believe there will be a technical foul on the reaction of Opone. And in sportsmanlike. Oh yeah. So it will be an unsportsmanlike foul on number 11.
Yes.
Let's just set the record straight. 11, that is MJ Hoson called for unsportsmanlike foul, and a technical foul called on John Oponi for the reaction that they did. So right now, Hoson makes that ginawang boarding.
I guess the bank is open on a Sunday morning here at the ENDERUN Titan Gym.
But then, ito yung mga times na hindi dapat, MCU, you're trying to crawl your way back. Yung mga unnecessary actions yun, dapat hindi. Because
Yes.
the officials will readily see you doing that day. No?
Yes, and if you're trying to come back into the basketball game, mistakes like that you can't have. And it's a big lead, and sometimes it can get very, very frustrating when you're trying to catch up and trying to break down a lead that's this much right now for MCU. But at the end of the day, you have to just chip away little by little. We've seen teams do that yesterday, especially with San Pablo.
Oh, yes.
They were down most of the game, but they chipped away, they chipped away, they chipped away. And that's something that MCU could definitely do here in this game.
And right now, here comes Pronda, libre sa tres. Pero nagmintes. Tumatakbo ngayon ng MCU. Let's see, Guevara has the hot hand. They should set some place for him. Onigiri receives it from the outside. Na kay Hoson ngayon. Hoson drives. Ooh, what a move! That was a suave move by MJ Hoson.
A great drive there by MJ Hoson, not phased at all by the height of Tita. And here we go, JR Guevara with the steal.
Guevara challenging that defense, but that was too strong. Pero look at that. Mukhang nabuhay si MJ Hoson on that one. 43-29.
MJ Hoson and JR Guevara, that backcourt of MCU is working really well. So let's see if MCU can keep going to those two guys here moving forward.
At ngayon naman, pakinggan natin ang ating courtside report na si Bianca Tagar na may balita sa atin. Bianca.
Team captain Alvin Reyes shares a touching story of how he and childhood friend and teammate Joshua Dino ended up in the same team. Ayon kay Alvin, dati lang daw silang naglalaro ng basketball in their barangay in General Trias, Cavite, and it was actually Joshua who taught him the sport he now loves. Pero ngayon, kahit na mas nauna daw ng isang taon si Joshua sa kanya, Alvin still pays respect as a captain ball because after all, they're both living the dream they once had in their early years. Kiko and Justin?
Thank you so much, Bianca, for that update. Mag-besties pala to, no?
Alam mo, ang saya na may bestie ka na kasama mo sa team eh. Alam mo yun, na parang you get to see their journey. Wow, what a move.
Oh, but there was a 3-second violation there. Pero ikaw ba, when you were playing, but of course we'll resume the talk later, when you were in the team, meron ka bang parang best friend doon? Nakasama?
Yes, ngayon sa Valenzuela, si Kyle Napes.
Oh, yeah.
Car buddy ko yun eh. Everyday kami magkasama eh.
So, tingnan natin, pagpapatuloy natin ang kwentuhan and of course the basketball action here in the Pinoyliga. Big. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here in the Pinoyliga. The big dance. All of the games here are knockout matches until we are able to find out sino nga ba ang basketball program na merong nerves of steel to rise to the top. Kiko Maligdem along with Justin Alfonso and Bianca Tagarda. We are live here in ENDERUN Gymnasium for 3 games for today. After this day, 10 teams na ang papasok sa round of 16.
That's an exciting feat. We start to see what's going to be happening of a round of 16 or aka the Sweet 16. So let's see if either of these teams will move on.
Here comes MCU on the offensive. Oh, look at Remo. Ito yung sinasabi natin. The upper body strength of Remo, wala tayong masasabi dyan. It's just a matter of yung shooting na lang niya from the perimeter.
Yes, and you know, now we're starting to see MCU with some life. They're penetrating with no fear. They're drawing fouls. They're getting to the free throw line. This is only a 14-point lead. So let's see here if MCU can keep battling their way back into this game.
And the score right now is 43-29. 14-point lead na lamang. And earlier it was a big 21-point lead. So tingnan natin, or 22-point lead rather.
And so far, MCU has done a great job on defense. That 1-2-2 zone defense that they're in has been working. They have kept PCU to 10 points here in the second quarter with only 1 minute and 20 seconds left. So credit to MCU and their adjustment.
And of course, the winner of this game will move on to the round of 16 to challenge the 4th seed, the Emilio Aguinaldo Generals. So ganda ng labanan din yan, ha?
Yes.
Yung EAC and then either PCU or MCU.
Yeah, both of these teams have really good guards, really pesky guards. So it's going to be great to see EAC's guards go up against either of these teams' guards. So let's see who's going to fail in this game and who's going to end up facing the Generals.
And the score is now 46-30. MCU is trying their best to come back, pero every time they try to launch a comeback, parang may sagot lagi ang PCU.
Yes, PCU. Magaling nila pamatay sunog yung mga tira ng PCU lately. So let's see if MCU can adjust to that too.
And Hoson, he is fouled on that one. And what we notice ngayon, no, is among sa player ng MCU ngayon, it is Hoson who has parang energy. Maganda yung gising niya na parang naka-warm up na siya habang yung ibang players parang they're still trying to find their groove.
Yes, MJ Hoson has been a workhorse here for MCU, as we could see in this previous possession. He goes and he penetrates. He misses the shot, but he gets his own rebound, and he still challenges the defensive PCU. And another bank shot free throw coming from MJ Hoson.
Parang yun yata yung no? Style ni Hoson on that one. Ang hirap gawin yun, no?
Mahirap, especially from the middle, you know, trying to bank in a shot. Let's see if he does it again. And he tries to, but he misses.
Yes. Parang Team Duncan, no?
Yeah.
37 seconds remaining. 46-31. Hoson, sa kanya talaga pumupunta ang opensa ng MCU.
Oh, wow.
But his pass was stolen. Tumatakbo si Mesquerola on the basket and he scores.
Credit to PCU. They really love to run. And as MCU trying to answer back with a run of their own. Wow, what a basket there.
And that was Ismael Rimo. Itong sinasabi natin. Ang upper body strength ni Ismael Rimo. Unquestionable yan. Hindi mo maki-question. Pero the question ngayon kay Rimo's game is his perimeter shooting.
Yes.
So tignan natin. Pero every year, this guy improves.
And that's what you like to see from a player. You know, every year there's some kind of development that's happening. So let's see if Rimo here can start to develop his perimeter shot, as we all know he could drive to the rim, but let's see if he could get a shot going from the mid-range J or from the three-point land.
And look at PCU. Wow! Fast-paced action. Pronda with a basket. Tingnan natin. Guevara has it. Oh! He stepped on the line. Turnover. And yung faces ng coaching staff ng MCU, naiinit sila because they just couldn't get the break right now. But of course, let's see. There's still a lot of time, and every quarter nakikita natin yung improvement, because in the first quarter 22 they're down by 22, and now naibaba nila to 11 kanina or 12, and now it stands at 17. Pero tingnan natin, we still have 2.53 seconds. I think we're going to stay on the air kasi 2.53 na lang. 2.5, yeah, just to be,
Yeah, and you know, MCU, like we said, they did a great job in this first half of this second quarter, keeping PCU scoring not as much as the first quarter. Right now, you know, PCU has scored 17 points in this first quarter, but that's almost half of what they did in the first quarter. So credit to MCU really adjusting to what they need to do. But here in the latter part of the second quarter, PCU went back to the running game, where MCU went back to not going back on defense into their defensive zone. So let's see here if they could get a final stop in the second quarter.
So tingnan natin. Let's see the play. Oh, Pronda has it. He launches a three. No! Pero usually yan yung mga gusto ng coaches. Kaya nagta-time out sila. They want to test their last second play.
Yes, they want to attempt at a shot, and sometimes it's practice, like you said. It's practice for a last second shot, a last second Hail Mary if it's at the fourth quarter, and now it's a good play there by PCU.
And ladies and gentlemen, after 20 minutes of basketball action, 17-point lead ang kalamangan ng PCU Dasmariñas Dolphins over the MCU Supremos. Babalik tayo dito sa Pinoyliga, the Big Dance.
We started ang family business talaga namin. Talaga sari-sari store ang negosyo namin. We started ang family business talaga namin. Talaga sari-sari store ang negosyo namin. So sa sari-sari store namin, same building, meron kaming on the side na dress shop. Yan ang sabi ni Mama. Dress shop, hindi pa to sports. I mean, nagagawa lang kami, nagre-repair lang kami ng mga damit. From there, may pumunta sa kanyang friend or client na nagpagawa ng parang how many pieces of t-shirts. So from there, yung makina niya, kaya naman gawin yung shirt, doon na nag-start yung paggawa niya ng uniforms. Kung paano yung sinimulan ni Mama, siguro yun pa rin naman yung nararamdaman namin. Pero in a different perspective na. Talagang pag nanood ngayon tayo ng TV, when we watch yung different sports, kunyari nanood tayo ng basketball, makikita natin yung PBA. Pag nanood tayo ng volleyball, makikita natin yung LGR. Iba na yung pakiramdam na yung brand is overall, nakikita na lahat.
When is our app not just an app? When it gives you more with every tap, it puts power in your hands and makes you feel special along the way. It's your account manager, bills viewer and payment partner, balance checker, promo loader, points collector, and rewards giver of the stuff you love. When is our app not just an app? What's the Smart app? Download it now. When is our app not just an app? When it gives you more with every tap, it puts power in your hands and makes you feel special along the way. It's your account manager, bills viewer and payment partner, balance checker, promo loader, points collector, and rewards giver of the stuff you love. When is our app not just an app? When it's the Smart app. Download it now.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here in the Pinoyliga, the big dance. Tuloy-tuloy ang laglagan natin dito as we feature the first game of a triple header this Sunday as we have MCU and PCU battling out for that round of 16 slot. And after 20 minutes, the PCU Dolphins are on top by 17, 50-33. Makikita natin ang field goal shooting, 20 out of 34 PCU compared to just 8 out of 23 para sa MCU. Free throw shooting halos pareho lang, but the rebound department lamang ang PCU by 5, assists by 5, and turnovers, ito ang MCU has 11 compared to just 10 for PCU. Next, for the top scorers, we see for the PCU, Mesqueriola has 13, Ronda has 12, and Toscane has 6. While for MCU, we have Guevara with 9, all from the 3-point zone, Hawson with 8, and Perhis with 5 points. Justin, ang laki ng difference lalo na dun sa assists, rebounds, and field goal shooting. what should MCU do for them to be able to overhaul this 17-point deficit?
I think MCU needs to really adjust once again to the fast-paced play style of PCU. Itong si PCU, once makuha sila ng opportunity tumakbo, tatakbo sila. So MCU needs to recognize that. I think they did a good job going back into a 1-2-2 zone, and that's one way to slow them down. But now they need to slow down the part when MCU misses or makes a shot, tatakbo ang PCU. So kailangan both of your top guards bumalik na kayo sa depensa. Even the small forward. Just have the big man stay. Don't gang rebound on the offensive end. So you just got to get back on defense. And another thing here for MCU on the offensive end, get JR Guevara and MJ Hoson involved as much as you can. Sila yung bright spot nila on the offensive end, especially JR Guevara. He's hit three-pointers in that second quarter alone. So they need to try and get him the basketball and set him up for some three-point opportunities.
Well said, Justin. Yun yung kulang yung energy. So I hope this 20 minutes na-revive na nila, na-recover na nila yung lost energy nila. And this time, makakabalik na sila sa laro. Pero the question is, papayag nga ba ang PCU?
Yes.
MCU might have recovered their energy or sabi nga, their mojos back. Pero syempre ang PCU, they would not allow their opponents to really come back. But let's see. This will be an interesting second half of action.
Yes, itong si PCU, mahilig sa shakies kasi mahilig sa mojos. Nakuha na ng MCU yung mojos nila. Pero itong PCU, anytime MCU gets some kind of momentum, nandun sila talagang bumabalik sila, and a great finish there for MCU in this possession.
And maybe this is a perfect opportunity for them to involve Onyegiri. Kasi si Onyegiri is being out-hustled by his counterpart, si Toscane, si Anaba, and actually si Tita.
Yeah.
Sabi nga nila. Tita is Toscane also. Isa, one person lang yun. So right now, maybe MCU should go with their FSA na si Onyegiri.
Yes, itong si Onigiri, he's almost the same height. I think he is the same height as the FSAs of PCU. He might even be taller. So he needs to start really taking advantage of that, get some offensive boards, draw some fouls, really get down low, and try to get some offensive momentum here for the Purple Shirts.
Mescarola has it. Looking for a teammate, decides to pass to Dino. Dino, oh, look at sa baba, si Pronta and Guevara jostling for possession. And time runs out. Good defense. Good defensive set by MCU.
Yes, that's a good defensive possession there for MCU. Now they got to get back on offense and run something, as J.R. Guevara's calling a side horns play.
Ito yung kailangan nilang gawin Take it one play at a time. Huwag sila magmamadali.
Yes.
And now, pop out si Perhis. Perhis looking for a teammate. Will they go to Onyegiri once again? 3 seconds. They have to make the shot. Tumira ng tres. Mintes. I mean, you cannot get mad at Gabieta on that one kasi paubos na yung oras.
Yes.
And right now, look at this. Mintes si Anaba on that offensive play. Pero nakuha ni Pronda, the hustle of PCU working wonders for them as Pronda has it. Binigay kay Anaba. Tumira ng tres. Mintes. At ito si Perhis. He has the leather right now. Binalik kay Guevara. Guevara all the way.
Oh!
Public display of rejection, ladies and gentlemen. What a block there by Anaba. Pero that was a good move by Guevara. Yun nga lang, talagang nakaabang si Anaba on that one.
Wow, Anaba pinned that ball on that glass. My goodness, that was like LeBron James, Game 7 of the 2016 NBA Finals.
Yes.
When Andre Iguodala went up with that layup.
The only difference is harap-harapan to.
Oh, grabe si Anama. He pinned that ball on that glass. What an athletic play there.
And right now, MCU will have the possession. 50-34, 16-point lead. 2 minutes have gone by, pero 1 point pa lang nagagawa ng both teams. And now Guevara has it. Guevara looking for a teammate. He's surveying the field pero malaki ang bantay sa kanya. Si Mescarola. Lumabas si Perhis. 3 seconds remaining. They have to make the shot. Take the shot. Pero naubusan ng oras.
You know, MCU has run that play, that side horns play twice now, coming down the court. And that side horns play, there's going to be 2 double screens for the opposing guards. But J.R. Guevara is the point guard. But in my opinion, J.R. Guevara should be in the position of Garcia to be the last guy off that double screen, because J.R. Guevara is the ones hitting the 3-point shot. And that last double screen, that last double staggered screen, will get J.R. Guevara open on that wing. So I think they should adjust and try to put J.R. Guevara to be that last person coming off that double screen.
And what is bothering me right now is dalawang beses silang almost naubusan ng shot clock because of that play. And I believe they should make that adjustments already. Mesquerola nagmintes. Rebound ni Perez, tumatakbo ngayon. Oh, someone is free downstairs. Oh, basket is good.
They got to get back on defense, as we can see PCU. Good thing Anamo didn't see his teammate down low as he was wide open.
Pero ito naman, PCU, they will try to adjust, adapt to the defense. Dino, tahimik pa si Dino ngayon. He gets it to Anaba, loses the handle. And here comes MCU. They have the number 3-on-1. Pero hindi pinasa ang bola agad. They lost that opportunity. And now the number favors PCU. Mesquerola binigay kay Pronda Mentes. Man, MCU had that possession, hindi pinasa.
Yes, and you know, in that possession too, PCU went on a fast break, and you saw some of the MCU players just walking back to defense. You know, that's something you don't want to have if you're trying to come back in this game.
And look at that, Perez with a basket there. Pero ito naman, Mesquerola with that shot. And that is their problem, yung transition defense nila.
Yeah, once again, you know, you see PCU run straight back on offense with a leaking guard, and MCU can't find an answer to that.
Let's see, 6:11 remaining, 52-38. Perez, oh, that transition defense. Good thing Garcia was there to recover. Remo, may hawak ng bola. Pero they're using yung mga pasa nila medyo parang kontra-tempo.
Yeah, it's the passes that you don't want to have, passes that are not secure. So MCU needs to really make a lot of adjustments here in the third quarter.
So ngayon punta naman natin ang ating courtside reporter si Bianca Tagarda na mayroong balita sa atin. Bianca?
Kiko and Justin, I've talked to Rafael Perez, and according to him, it's all about passing the legacy. As for the MCU Supremos, as they have learned the hard way in their pre-stints and other leagues na kung saan mas nagpapataasan daw sila ng pride imbes na magtulungan on court. With only at least 4 veterans left on the team, the goal is to transfer the torch and fully rebrand it. But for this game, I've listened to their halftime huddle, and patience is the key, according to Coach Ian Rosella. But do you think patience is still a virtue in this match, Kiko and Justin?
Thank you so much. And indeed, patience is the virtue dahil 10 na lamang ang kalamangan on that one dahil when Bianca got on air, di ba? 4 straight points ang MCU.
Yes, a 9-2 run to start the third quarter here for MCU. It's a good sign. The lead, like you said, is only down to 10. A 9-2 run here to start the third quarter. So let's see if MCU could build on this 9-2 run.
Tumira ng tres, nagmintes. Oh, they grabbed their offensive board. Anaba, tumatakbo.
Iwan yung bola.
Naiwan na. He was too fast for his own good. Pero ito, PCU, they have committed a lot of turnovers already. Pero I think MCU, they have this problem pag medyo fast break, nagugulat sila, hindi nila alam kung ano yung gagawin nila. No?
You know, I don't want to say hindi buo loob nila, pero hindi yung, alam mo yun, they're not making the decision right away. They're not sure what they're gonna do. And let's see if Hoson can try to make something happen here.
Wow, you gotta love the hustle of Hoson.
Yeah.
He knows na magmiminti siya, talagang pumunta agad siya dun sa zone. No?
You know, MCU's players need to make a firm decision on what they want to do. You know, you can't come onto the court and double think your actions. If you're gonna Euro step and go up with it, Euro step and go up with it. Don't Euro step and think, okay, it's not there, I'm just gonna try and pass it now. You know, you gotta have firm decisions if you're trying to come back in this game.
Oh, what a great inbound pass there as PCU kumakatok na. or MCU kumakatok na. The double-digit deficit might be down to single-digit
Great
after
find there
this
by
free
Remo.
throw. Oh, yeah.
Oh, ganda ng pasa.
See, that's MJ Hawson again. And so far, Coach Ian Racela is pressing the right buttons.
Yes, he's putting in guys in the game that are starting to make a good effect and a positive momentum swing when he puts in certain players like MJ Hawson right now, who is already up to 9 points. And let's see here, you know, it's only a 9-point, now 8-point lead here, and MJ Hawson cracks the double-digit mark with 10 points.
52-44, ladies and gentlemen. Kumakatok-katok na. Parang isang manliligaw na kumakatok sa puso. Tingnan natin kung magtutuloy. Pero Opone, wala, nagmintes. Here comes MCU. Hawson, nagmamadali. Settle things down muna daw, sabi. Pero iniwanan. Oh, what a pass! Pero nagmintes. Simbulan with the board. Nilabas ang bola. Pero agad na tumira! Oh!
Oh my goodness, what a shot by Remo. That was like prime Russell Westbrook mid-range J pull-up.
And welcome to collegiate basketball. No lead is safe in collegiate basketball, ladies and gentlemen. Opone, may hawak ng bola, tumira, nagmintes, momentum clearly in the hands of MCU. 3:11 remaining, 6 na punto, Santelices for 3, nagmintes. And now Tita with the board. Sabi ni Tita, wait.
Relax lang raw, sabi ni Tita.
3 minutes remaining, third quarter. Oh, 3-point shot, no, nagmintes.
Wow, this is a 13-2 run coming from the Manila Central University Supremos to start this third quarter. And
2:52 remaining. Here comes Reyes. Reyes nagmintes. Tumatakbo ngayon si Remo. Remo katubak, recovers that one. Hawson with the ball. At mukhang Remo is down on the floor.
And this game is getting a little bit physical here. And you know, if you're PCU, you had a big lead and now it's only down to single digits. That's frustrating. So, you know, sometimes when frustration starts to come into play, you know, some players get a little bit more physical than usual. But, you know, credit to MCU. Wow, they started this second half on a 13-2 run. They have kept PCU pinned at 2 points here in the third quarter.
Imagine 2 points only.
Almost 7.5 minutes has gone by here. You know, imagine in the first quarter, PCU scored 33 points. And now they're holding them down to 2 points here in the start of the second half. That's a phenomenal adjustment coming from MCU.
So the officials are watching the play right now. So MCU started with a 5-0 run in the third quarter before PCU was able to score. And then after that, it was an 8-0 run by MCU. So the total right now is a 13-2 run overall. Man. And we still have 2 minutes and 37 seconds. Kabaliktaran na nangyari, no?
Yes.
Kung kanina, nahihirapan umiscore ang MCU in the first quarter. This time, ang PCU naman ang nahihirapan.
Yes, nung pinag-uusapan natin ng first quarter, nung down big itong MCU Supremos, parang 24-4 ata at 1 point yung score in the first quarter. We were saying, you know, it's a game of runs. It's a game of momentums. And ngayon, itong second half, mukhang MCU naman ang... They're getting the spark. They're getting on this run. They have the momentum right now on the offensive end. So now all they need to do is to continue this run and to continue to build on what they have. It's a 13-2 run so far. They have to just continue building to that. If they can make it a goal to keep PCU the rest of this third quarter below 10 points, that's going to be a huge win here for MCU in the third quarter.
And of course, number 13 seed. Yan yung PCU over number 20 seed. The 20th seed, this is MCU.
Wow.
As a lot of things are happening right now. So tingnan natin. So 2:37 remaining.
If ever MCU wins this game, it's going to be an upset alert.
Yes.
It's going to be an upset alert. So, let's see here if the Manila Central University Supremos. I think if I'm not mistaken, MCU is located on EDSA in Caloocan, di ba?
Oo, Caloocan, MCU.
Yeah.
Kung di ako nagkamali, yes, MCU on
I
that.
think I see their campus sometimes when I'm driving down
Oh yeah, batang
EDSA.
QC ka nga.
Yeah, batang QC ako eh. Kaya nakikita ko yung mga North schools na nandito ngayon sa The Big Dance.
So the score is 52-46. So there will be a violation called. I believe it's a sportsmanlike foul since Remo will be given free throws.
So it is an act of violence is what I'm hearing from our officials as Remo will hit that free throw.
(52-47).
A 5-point lead.
2:37 remaining. Just a 5-point lead.
Yeah. And looks like MCU will get the basketball back here. So a perfect opportunity for them to cut the lead down. So let's see what they will do. And the
a
ball is
steal.
stolen.
That's Bagatnan. Pero ito si Reyes.
Wow.
There was a foul on the way. At merong foul. So the officials will review the play again involving Alvin Reyes, I think.
Yeah, it's starting to get a little bit physical
yeah.
here. Yeah, it's starting to get a little chippy, like you said. And, right there, that might be a little bit unnecessary here coming from the part of
But of
Reyes.
course, the officials have the better view on that one. Kasi isang angle lang yung napapanood natin. But of course, the officials in the review center, maraming ano na.
Oh.
So tingnan natin if because minsan kasi nasa court hindi natin nakikita yung mga ibang players kasi magaling mga gano. But of course, we're not saying anything kasi
Yeah.
isang view lang yung nakita natin on
Yeah.
our end. But
Yeah.
the officials being in the review center, mas maraming angulo. Tinitingnan nila ng maigi.
Yes. And when games start to become chippy like this, this is when the officials start to come into play. It's either they're going to start calling things a little bit more frequently so that they can control the actions the players are starting to do on the court. Because when it becomes physical and chippy like this, players are players at the end of the day. They're going to compete. They're going to fight back. They're not going to let themselves get bullied on the court. So when things like this start to happen, the referees need to start to take control of the game, which it looks like that they are.
Nagkaroon ng entangle. No? Sabi ng official, referee Dennis Escaros is explaining to Coach Ian Rosella. Nasa motion kasi sa pagbaba, di ba? Pagbagsak, nagtangle. So, biglang inalis yung kamay daw. So, the officials have the better view.
Yes.
So, tingnan natin. It's 52-47, 2:30 remaining. As Alvin Reyes missing the first free throw. Inaalat ang PCU in this quarter.
It's only a 5-point game here. If PCU can get this free throw to go in, puts him in a better position.
53-47. Let's see. 2:24 remaining. Hoson. Binabantay ni Opone. Oh, nakakawala.
Wow.
Si Hoson. Oh my goodness. Hoson Ito yung sinasabi natin Guevara was a fire starter. Si Hoso naman yung parang energizer bunny nila.
Yeah, MJ Hoson has been, like you said, a perfect description. Energizer bunny for the MCU Supremos. And he's been a workhorse. He's been everywhere and anywhere here in this game. So let's see if he can continue this play style as he move up to 12 points here in this ballgame.
And down to 5 once again, 53-48. This will be an interesting fourth quarter.
Yes, it very much so will be. 13 points now for this young man, MJ Hoson.
And down to 4, ladies and gentlemen. 2:13 remaining. Opone, binigay kay Reyes. Tumira ng tres. Boom!
Wow! That's a big-time shot there coming from Reyes. That puts his team up by 7 here in the end of the third.
So medyo big time shot yan with 150 remaining. Santelices guarded by Reyes. Gets it to Katubag. Simbulan, oh, what a pass there.
Nice high-low action coming from MCU. They try to get Tita out the paint, which they did for a quick seconds, would allow that teardrop to go in for MCU.
I think for MCU, they have to put in Onigiri again because Tita is like a Pac-Man, no? He's munching the defense pag nasa kanya na yung bola sa loob.
Yes, and I think putting in, Nigiri in this game, it gives more of that high-low action, a better opportunity for MCU because it worked in this last possession, so maybe they could go to that.
Oh, inside, oh! Swatted there.
None other than MJ Hoson. Wow.
MJ Hoson is everywhere here. So tingnan natin as PCU 12 seconds to shoot. Opone! Oh!
Wow.
Oh! Damn! Man, PCU is weathering the run, is actually stopping the fun ng MCU with that three-point shot. And of course, Opone is again the catalyst there. 61-51, balik sa 10 ulit.
In a blinking of an eye, back to a double-digit lead here for PCU.
Hoson drives. Let's see. Someone is free. Santelices. Bumitaw ng tres ng Bintes. 61-51, ladies and gentlemen. 10-point lead, 34 seconds remaining. Opone has the handle. Opone drives. Sees someone for free.
Oh my goodness, PCU answering back right away. They're already up 13. Man, game of runs, Kiko. Game of runs.
And just when we thought that MCU is on the verge of overhauling the double-digit deficit, PCU answers back with an 8-0 run.
Oh!
What a shot there, ladies and gentlemen.
MJ Hoson, and I think that's a foul as well. He's going to have a chance to give it an N1.
But of course, officials will review that play. They will check if indeed foul counted. So 64-51. Let's see. Hindi pa tapos ang third quarter, ladies and gentlemen. Dahil i-review pa nila. So tingnan natin as MJ Hoson. Wow, amazing there. Kasi if that was counted or end one opportunity, ang gandang chance ng MCU to bring that momentum back to their side.
Yeah, that's a perfect quote-unquote pamatay sunog there by MJ Hoson. PCU going on a run of their own, getting this double-digit lead back. But MJ Hoson, a clutch shot clock winding down, game clock winding down in the third quarter, being able to hit that tough shot. Now he has an opportunity to make it an N1. And man, MJ Hoson has been the bright spot here for MCU.
there's an end one opportunity for MCU as Opone with 0.2 seconds remaining. We can say that this is the last possession. Kasi 0.2, you can't do anything.
Yes.
Unless na inbound ka, then alley-oop.
Derek Fisher.
Yeah.
Yeah, 0.4.
Oh, good shot there. And ladies and gentlemen, after 10 minutes of basketball action, after 30 minutes of basketball action, it's 64-54. PCU on top by 10 points, courtesy of that big run down the stretch in the third period. We'll be back.
Sampung taon ka nagtrabaho sa ibang bansa, pero ngayon, ikaw na ang boss. Sineselebrate natin ang inyong retirement, at ngayon, ikaw na ang boss. New beginnings, new independence, dahil ngayon, ikaw na ang boss. Kung ready ka na maging boss, ready ka nang kasama ang Shawarma Shack. Daan-daang franchisees across the country ang tagumpay sa pagiging boss. Through the Shawarma Shack franchising system, step-by-step namin kayong tutulungan. That's why Shawarma Shack is now the biggest shawarma chain in the country. Gusto namin tagumpay ka. Gusto namin, ikaw na ang boss. Masaya ka bonding sa inyong tagumpay.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 64-54, a big run made by MCU in the third quarter, and in fact, they were able to bring down that deficit to just 5 points. However, the PCU was able to rack up points and derail the comeback of MCU, and thus it's a 10-point lead going into the fourth and final quarter. Fourth quarter right now, Bagatnan has it. He launches a three-point shot. Nagbintes. Opone has it. He gives it to Tita. Tita, no good. Rebound. Guevara. 64-54, 9:40 remaining. Guevara holding the ball right now. He has the possession. Guevara looking for a teammate. 12 seconds to shoot. Taking too much time on his hands, decides to give it to Perhiz. Perhiz, he drives, 3 seconds remaining, and there's a foul. Oh, it went in. Oh, that's good. Good thing for the MCU. They are getting the lucky bounce right now, and they need that one if they want to come back and take this away from PCU Dasma.
It's very evident there that that was a broken play. There was no structure at the end of that play. And good thing MCU, their shots are falling, fouls are being called, and sorry miss at the free throw line, but it's down back to an 8-point lead.
It's 9:13 remaining as PCU loses the ball once again. Garcia brings down the leather, rather. Garcia, binigay ngayon, balik sa kanya ang bola, 13 seconds to shoot. Oh, block! Suarez there. And Tita is like a robot waiting for someone to enter his zone.
And he will reject it right away.
8:50 remaining. Guevara. Oh, what a pass to Onyegiri. Layup. Nagulat din siya dun eh. No?
Onyegiri there, a great cut down low. As you can see, J.R. Guevara is the focus of the defense, and once J.R. Guevara went to the corner, the defense followed him, and which opened up there for Onyegiri.
8:35 remaining. And the defense is alive for MCU. They are down by 6 points.
Yeah, it's back to a 6-point game. Once again, game of runs. PCU went on a run at the end of the third quarter. Now MCU back again with a strong start here at the fourth quarter. But now MCU needs to sustain this. They need to stay around 6 to 8 points to 4 points so that they could have a chance, an opportunity to win the game at the end game.
64-58, ladies and gentlemen. Tingnan natin ang offensive play ng PCU pero inagaw ni Guevara. Tumatakbo ngayon si Perhis. Perhis, layup, it's good!
Only a 4-point game. A great play there by J.R. Guevara. He was the lone offensive spark in the first half. Now he's on the defensive end making a difference.
Mesquirola, may hawak ng bola. Ronda, hiningi ni Anaba. Anaba, 15-footer, wow!
Wow, that's a good-looking shot there by Anaba. That's something that you like to see from an FSA, being able to hit a mid-range J.
Guevara, meanwhile, may tanga ng bola, binabantayan ni Ronda. There's a pick given by Onyegiri. Guevara, libreng-libre. And now Garcia has it. Pop out. Look at this, Perhis. Oh,
Woo!
jumper is good. And things are falling MCU's way.
Now that's how you run that side horns play. They ran that all the way through. Guevara gets it to Garcia, and now it's a good-looking shot.
Pero pamatay sunog to si Mesquirola with that three-point shot, 69-62.
MCU can't get rattled here. It's only a 7-point game. They got to get a basket here to get themselves back to around 5 points.
Garcia, binigay kay Perhis. Perhis, oh, what a great separation. Pero nagbintes. Nakakailang yung haba ng galamay ni Anaba on that one. And PCU has a percent once again. Dino is back. Reyes, binigay on the side. Look at Pronda. Pronda, someone is free. Great passing. Reyes, balik kay Dino. And Mesquirola for the three. Boom!
Wow, what unselfish basketball there coming from PCU Dasma Dolphins. That's what you call team basketball.
Pamatay sunog talaga to si Mesquirola, and he has hit back-to-back threes, giving this team the 10-point lead. We'll be back.
My future.
Right? What's the plan?
I have a plan. The new Smart Junior Plan. Made for me. For only learning, only experiences, only connections at just $4.99. It's a plan as good as yours. New Smart Junior Plan.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 72-62. 6:45 remaining. Ito na naman. I can sense the frustration sa MCU side. Kasi na doon 5 puntos na lang. Pero 4 na puntos na lamang. Pero Mescriola's hitting 2 3-pointers. Parang kanina no?
Yeah, imagine kung ikaw yung MCU, Kiko. Pretend tayo nasa MCU tayo. Balik tayo ng balik sa laro na we get it down to 4 points. We get it down to 6 points. We're fighting. We're playing defense. We're playing offense. Tapos bigla itong PCU, they'll go on a 6-0 run, 8-0 run, tapos 10 na naman yun lamang.
Yes.
Nakaka-frustrate talaga yun if you're MCU.
And look at that, Pronda stealing the ball. Pronda, oh, what a move, but he missed that shot. And here comes MJ Hoson. Hoson is being guarded by Mescriola. Pero ngayon, si Dino ang tumatao sa kanya. Garcia, balik kay Hoson. Perhis. Hoson, 8 seconds. Perez, walang kakabog-kabog. Tumira ng 3!
You got to get a stop now. If you're MCU, your focus is getting a stop. They're in this 1-2-2 zone that's been working for them all game. Let's see if they can continue to get stops through this 1-2-2 zone.
6 minutes remaining. Reyes, binigay kay Dino. Si Mescriola, he's always parang tambay ng gilid, Kaya nalilibre siya,
Great defense there by MCU. Yan yung sinasabi natin, Kiko. You get a basket if you're MCU, you got to get back and get a stop. And a perfect stop there running through that shot clock violation.
Punta naman natin si Bianca Tagarda na may update sa atin. Bianca.
Kiko and Justin, it may be a 10-point lead or an 8-point lead for you, but it means something deeper for the MCU Supremos as this matchup is no ordinary one, as a win in this matchup means a lot for them. According to the Supremos, they lost to most of the matchups that they've had against PCU Dasma Dolphins. Pero hindi lang naman redemption ang kanilang goal for this Laglagan match, but also to test the tenacity of their system under Coach Ian Rosella, who has been handling their team for 3 years. The game is getting more intense, but let's see on whose name will go home with a fulfilled purpose. Kiko and Justin.
Thank you so much, Bianca. And sumagot ang MCU with their own version of a shot clock violation.
Right there, I think Garcia had a shot already, but I don't know why he took another extra dribble, seeing the clock. A good mid-range J there by Reyes.
Alvin Reyes. And of course, ito yung weakness nila eh, no? Maybe someone should have told yung shot clock going down. Kailangan they make their move mga 5 seconds to go eh. And now, 12 seconds, turnover. And things are unraveling right now. Let's see if MCU can still bounce back with 4:46 remaining. Dino or Mescriola inside. Pronda, oh, great passing. Tumira ng tres, no. Anaba with a recovery.
And you can't give up extra possessions like that if you're MCU. You're trying to get back in this game. You're down 9 points with 4 minutes and 31 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. You got to get every possession. You can't give up second chance opportunities. And when you give up second chance opportunities, you can't give up a foul like that.
And as we take a look at the quarter scores, first quarter, lamang na lamang ang PCU, 33-11. But the middle quarters were taken by the MCU Supremos. However, it's still not enough as they are still down by 10 points right now.
Yeah, and you know, it's an 11-11 scoring quarter here so far in the fourth, as PCU will miss that free throw. It's a 10-point game, but still a lot of basketball left to go here in the fourth quarter.
As we see, MJ Hoson, talaga no, grabe yung binibigay ni Hoson sa laro ngayon, yung puso, sabi nga nila.
I think MJ Hoson needs to be more aggressive earlier in the shot clock, like in that possession. Kasi nakikita natin siya yung nagiging last option nila when there's 6 seconds left, 7 seconds left in the shot clock. Saka siya atake. Pero ngayon, kailangan na niyang umatake early pa lang. If he gets across the timeline, go right away. Attack right away. Kasi kita naman natin, kayang-kaya niyang umatake.
Kayang-kaya niyang yung depensa niya, but of course, hope that time has not run out for them. Kasi for 21, a lot of things can happen. Pero it depends also kung makikipag-coordinate ang PCU.
Yes.
Kasi they have the lead right now. But MCU wants to make this exciting. Reyes. Ngayon na kay Dino. 6 seconds. Reyes has it. Reyes, balik kay Dino. Tumira ng tres.
Oh! Wow. The last second heroics of PCU has been coming in clutch in this fourth quarter.
And yung mga tira nila sa last second were all from the 3-point zone. Kaya masakit para sa MCU yan. So tingnan natin ngayon. MCU, Hoson, drives. Ooh.
Wow.
Wow.
MJ Hoson is already up to 20 points with that basket. And MJ Hoson is showing us what kind of player he is. He's attacking to the rim, and look at him. Wow, look how he attacks the defense there.
Pa yung binangga niya.
Yeah, that's no easy feat. That's an FSA here for PCU, and MJ Hoson has been really impressive for me here in this game.
Hoson may hawak ng bola, and Hoson makes that free throw, 78-69. Tumira ng tres si Mescriola, nagmintes. Hoson tumatakbo ngayon. Hindi na siya nagpapapigil. Tama yung
Yes.
sinabi mo, he has to take charge.
Yeah, he has to take charge, especially early in the shot clock. You can't let the shot clock go to 4 or 3 seconds where it's going to be hard for you to really get a shot up because the defense is set. But if you're going right away when the defense is barely running back on the opposite side, if they're backpedaling, they're still calling out who their man is. That's the perfect time to attack.
So tingnan natin ngayon, Perhis may hawak ng bola, binigay kay Hoson. And now inside. Oh, look at the hands of Pronda. Pronda missing on that one. Tingnan natin, Guevara tumatakbo na ngayon. Guevara binigay. Hoson. C. Oh.
Wow. Good idea there. I think that's a good idea coming from MJ Hoson. But PCU just does a great job recovering on defense.
So tingnan natin ngayon. The Coach Ian Racela wants a review on that one kasi they felt that hindi sila last touch on that matter. Oh, it appears parang si ano nga no?
Si C.
Or si Anaba ang last touch. Well, let's see. Yun yung disadvantage natin kasi yung angle natin, just one angle, but the officials have different angles to view.
Yes. Anaba's long hands really affected that pass there from MJ Hoson. But let's see. I think they're trying to see if Benji C had last touch of that ball there. Ooh.
So PCU has the possession.
Yeah, looks like Benji C had a little bit of that basketball there at the end.
Yes, definitely. 78-69. 9-point lead para sa PCU. Four-quarter offense. Pero tingnan natin ngayon. Ronda. 6 seconds remaining. Ooh! Nagulat.
Wow, what a pass there from Ronda. But here, MCU has a perfect opportunity to attack right away. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left to go. They need to start attacking early in the shot clock, and let's see if they do just that.
Tingnan natin, MJ has the basketball. MJ, naghahanap ng butas sa depensa. Pinasa. Tres! Yes, sir!
A perfect shot there coming from Perjas. 6-point lead. MCU now needs to get a stop. They need to get the stop, and they need to get a basket on the opposite side.
Reyes. He has the leather right now. Binigay kay Anaba. Dino. 2:07 remaining. Dino being guarded well. Look at that. Oh, a steal. Great defense. Here comes MJ. MJ. Hoson. Layup. It's good.
Wow, this is a great comeback here for MCU at the perfect time with 1 minute and 57 seconds left to go.
Tingnan natin, babalik tayo dito mga kaliga sa the Pinoyliga, the Big Dance.
Ganda.
Hindi aabot ang data. Nice!
Don't worry. Be only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi nabitin with 10 gig data plus only Facebook or TikTok and more. Load now.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And we are in the Twilight Zone. Kaliga, mga Kaliga and Justin, just a 4-point lead. A lot of things can happen.
Yes, a lot of things can happen. 1 minute and 57 seconds is a lot of time in basketball, especially in a game like this where it's only a 4-point lead for the Dolphins. So now, if you're PCU, you have to get a basket. You can't have an empty possession here, and you have to burn as much time off the clock since you're up by 4.
Pero ito ang nakakatakot no? Yung offense ng PCU, someone is free lagi sa 3-point zone yung
Yes.
pamatay sunog nila.
Yes, so they need to get one of those possessions here to make sure that they secure a lead.
Anaba, he drives. Pero he was stopped on the tracks by C. Here comes Pronda, 4 seconds. Oh, Anaba, free for the 3. No good. Pero look at that. $129 remaining.
Wow.
Another opportunity for MCU to come back here.
My future.
Right? What's the plan? I have a plan. The new Smart Junior Plan. Made for me. For only learning, only experiences, only connections at just $4.99. It's a plan as good as yours. New Smart Junior Plan.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Ito sinasabi natin, the beauty of big dance. Walang team gusto magpatalo agad. Every possession, every minute, every second counts. And of course, MCU knocking on the door. Ang tanong is, papapasukin ba sila ng PCU?
Yes, let's see here if MCU can get a basket. 1 minute and 29 seconds left to go. You could go in this possession, try to get something quick. If not, just try to get something efficient. You just can't have empty possessions here down the stretch.
Wala sa MCU ang oras, so they have to make their move immediately. C has it. They're looking for Hoson or Perhis. 7 seconds. They have to make the move. Oh, 3!
Oh my goodness gracious!
My goodness!
Oh my goodness,
what a
MJ
three.
Hoson.
And
What
a
a shot.
steal! Oh, what a move there! My goodness. 1 minute, 3 seconds.
Wow.
78-77. Kala nating wala na. Pero meron. My goodness.
That is
What a move.
MJ Hoson's 26th point here in the fourth quarter.
Less than a minute remaining. Kapit mga kaliga. Let's see. 7 seconds. Guevara. C. 3 seconds. He takes a shot. No good. Tumatakbo. 41 seconds remaining. 1 point lead. PCU with the ball. Reyes. No good. They have to make the move. Here comes Hoson. Guevara was momentarily open there. 15 seconds. Winner go home. Let's see. 7 seconds. 4 seconds. Hoson miss. Oh, he stepped on the line.
Oh my goodness, that is a crucial mistake there. Not knowing where you are on the court, especially in a game like this with 3 seconds left to go. You're down by 1. Now they got to go to the fouling game and foul right away.
For MCU, they should foul immediately. However, they are not in the penalty.
Yeah, they got to foul right away. I mean, they got 3 seconds. It's going to be hard, but, you know, you got to foul right away. Once PCU gets the ball, you got to foul right away.
But the best thing that they could do is to play defense and hope for a steal.
Yes.
Because they are not in the penalty. They only have 1 team foul.
Yeah. So, you know, right away, you got to go for the steal. If you can't go for the steal, you got to foul right away. So, you know, maybe a quick double, you know, you foul right away. And let's see it. Let's see what they will do.
And this is one of those few times that, you know, being not in the penalty, it puts you in the negative side.
Yeah, exactly. sometimes you don't want to be in a penalty, but in this kind of situation, you do want to be in the penalty and try to get us and try to get the other team to the free throw line. But that's not the situation here for Manila Central University. So, like you said, try to go for a steal. If you can't get a steal right away, you got to foul right away. So you can't gamble too much to the point where you can't get the foul right away. So let's see kung anong gagawin dito ng MCU.
MCU is in a tight spot here. The best thing that they could do is to play defense and hope for a steal.
Sayang yung opportunity kanina ng MCU. They got the rebound in the paint. He could have went up with it and they could have been up by 1 point. It could be 79-78. But I don't know. That was like a J.R. Smith situation where J.R. Smith got the rebound and he ran outside to the three-point line. That's what they did. They ran to the three-point line there, but they could have just went up strong with it and get a two-pointer, and they could be up by 2 right now.
And of course, they settled for the perimeter shot when they could have just drove to the basket. But of course, when you're a player in that situation, you have to think what is best for you in that position. Because for Hawson earlier, Anaba is waiting for him. He might have eluded the defense of Pronda, pero nakaabang na sa kanya si Anaba.
Yeah, but that offensive board that they got, that's what I didn't know why they didn't just went up with it instead of going outside to the three-point line. And let's see here what they will do. They need a steal or they got a foul right away.
So tingnan natin. Oh, what a pass! Oh, there's a pass, a foul there. But that was a great play, The PCU avoided being trapped on the other side, and then they threw the ball para sa kanilang area na mahirapan ng MCU to take the shot in case they were able to steal that ball.
Yeah, that was a great play there coming from PCU. And let's see here what they'll exactly do in this half-court set.
Oh, there's a foul by Hawson. 1.44 seconds.
Yeah, it's rough when you got a foul right away and you're in the penalty. You already burned 2 seconds off the clock. You have a second left. So you got a foul right away again here in this possession.
They still have to make 2 fouls. Sinasabi nga natin, ito yung mga sitwasyon na talagang, with .66. And, I mean, with .66 seconds, we can say that PCU will be winning this one because they still have to make a foul. Oh, a steal!
The steal!
Oh! Ooh, that was a great line.
Yeah.
However, time ran out for MCU and being, it is one of the situations that when you are not yet in the penalty tapos wala na yung oras, sayang.
Yeah, a great game coming from MCU. They fought back into this game. They were down big in the first quarter. They chipped away slowly, and to only lose by 1, it's sad. Yes, it's a do-or-die game. Laglagan tayo dito, pero credit to MCU coming back into this ball game.
And final score, ladies and gentlemen, in 78-77, the PCU Dasmariñas Dolphins moves on to the round of 16 after surviving the onslaught of MCU Supremos 78-77. We will now listen to the school hymn of the victorious PCU Dolphins Dasmariñas.
With a 12 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 6 steals. Our best player of the game from the PCU. Wearing number 7, Lauro Junior Prunda.
And good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Balik tayo after 40 minutes of basketball action. The PCU Dasma Dolphins marches or moves on to the round of 16 after defeating MCU Supremos 78-77. At makakasama natin ngayon ang head coach ng PCU Dasma Dolphins, si Coach Johnny Belantres. So, Coach Johnny, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
And congratulations. Napaka ganda nung laro. And of course, paano nyo pinagandaan tong game na to? Dahil alam ko, familiar na rin kayo sa MCU eh.
Yeah. We're both part of the UCAL. So talagang sa dami na nung competition na napaglalabanan namin dalawa. But the key of it is of course yung system, but apparently nung second half parang nawala yung sistema, no?
Yes.
So I instructed my players na just to calm down and be patient on our plan. Our first plan is to stop the offense, and then the second is we go on our offense. So kailangan lahat talaga nandun yung sistema eh. So mahihirapan tayo kung yung mindset, yung mental toughness ng players is wala inside the playing court. So I informed them that we need to stick on the plan and be patient lang.
And of course, you're moving to the round of 16. Mukhang mga kalaban nyo yata is the EAC Generals. Paano nyo paghahandaan to?
Well, nagharap na rin kami sa Asia Basket, I think. No? So we lost against them. But I hope, because we're not full blast during that game. No? So hopefully, mabuo kami and then tuloy lang kung ano yung sistema namin, and then one at a time lang naman eh. Kung makuha namin, it's good for us. But if not, we need to improve our system kung ano pa talaga yung kailangan namin idagdag pa.
Now, the floor is yours. Baka meron kang mga gustong i-shoutout o pabati, Coach.
Yeah. Binabati ko ang PCU community. Thank you for full support to our sports program, especially po sa ating basketball men. And hopefully, our journey will still forward and to be known also in the field of basketball. Thank you.
Maraming salamat, Coach Johnny, and good luck sa next stage. Napunta naman natin ang ating courtside reporter na si Bianca Tagarda kasama ang best player of the game. Bianca? Maraming salamat, Bianca. I think best player natin si Pronda and he had a great game. Hustle-wise, napakaganda ang ginawa ni Pronda on that one. It was an exciting game indeed. The final score was 78-77. And of course, PCU marches on to the next round, and that is the round of 16, kung saan makakalaban nila ang EAC Generals na naghihintay sa kanila. The fourth seed ang EAC Generals. And of course, titignan natin, ang next game natin is also a great one. It's between the LPU Pirates and the UBIX. And titignan natin yung UBIX colleges. And ladies and gentlemen, that is something that to watch out for. And later in the third and final game, ang New Era Hunters going up against the ENDERUN Titans. Something to watch out for dito sa Pinoyliga, the big dance.